Okay, so there we go. So, hey guys, thank you very much for coming on the ProBiz monthly team Zoom. So today we're going to talk about, we're going to incorporate a couple of things. We're going to incorporate a little change in mindset about planning, not so much of planning goals, but how we can change habits and things like that. And that's going to lead into Pete. Pete's going to talk a little bit about the law of attraction. Now, Pete's an NLP master practitioner, so he's going to have a really, really good input. He's about all this sort of stuff. So hold on to your socks. So planning goals. Okay, whether your goals 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, no matter how long your goals are, there's a couple of things you need to bear in mind when you're planning your goals. Be mindful of what matters the most. When you're planning your goals, be mindful of what really matters about those goals. Get your mindset and get your intention in the right place and align yourself with that energy. You probably all saw my post today about the law of attraction. That was all to get things going for tonight. And there was some pretty good comments on it. So get yourself aligned with that energy, the energy that you want. Get yourself aligned with it. Pete's going to be, like I said, Pete's going to be talking about this a little bit later on. So that's number one. Be mindful about what matters most when you're setting your goals. And secondly, take a risk. Sometimes we automatically think that things will just take care of themselves. Just take a risk. There's different type of risks. If you're a personal trainer or if you're a yoga instructor, you may have to get a 5, 10, 15, 20,000 grand loan to open a studio up. You've got to then build a business plan. You've got to then go to the bank. You've got to then beg the bank manager for a loan. And then you've got to pay it back over X amount of years. That's a risk. That's a big risk. We don't need to take risks as big as that in this business. And we'll go on to that. But if you don't take risks, then you're not going to find where those beautiful fruits lie in the future for you. One of my greatest heroes of all time, Muhammad Ali, one of the quotes he once come out with, he said, "Those who are not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life." But there's different types of risks. Sometimes, like we said, we just let the business trickle on and we expect it to run itself. I've been there. Pete's been there. We just let the business go. It's going to run itself. We've had a good few months. We don't need to do much anymore. Well, trust me, me and Pete know you do need to work at this. When you expect things like that, that's an expectation. That's what we call an expectation. And an expectation is a mindset. And I've personally realized that I had to change my mindset. So the way I changed my mindset was by changing my habits. And there's sort of 5 key items, so 5 action items you can do to change your habits. They're in this business we're talking now, but you can open it up to other areas of your life. Listening and re-listening. So some of you guys here, you do the Next Level Networker. So you've got a lot of material that you listen and re-listen to. I can't remember. I think Chris said he listens to 18 hours of audios every week, at least 18 hours every week. I know Helen down in Mexico, she's listening to loads of audios at the moment to help her develop her business. So listening and re-listening, because when you re-listen, you pick things up that you've either forgotten about or you didn't hear the first time around. Reading and viewing, make sure you read and you view things. It's great to watch things on video because you've got the listening and you've got the visual side of it. Something we said on the Zoom last night is we were given 1 mouth and 2 ears for a reason. Speak less, listen more. That's where our education comes in. So reading and viewing. Reading, when you're reading, read things that are going to self-develop yourself. Read things that are going to help take your business forward. Also read things that you just enjoy for the enjoyment of it, but get that grey matter working. Get that brain muscle. Get that working. Get it going where you want it to go. You've also got number 3, which is association and community. So community is the community we've got here, the community within this business. We communicate with other people. We get relationships with other people. That's a community, and that's a big thing for me. I know it's a big thing for Pete and other people, having that community there of people who are like-minded. Association and community. Associate with people who you want to be like. If you want to be like Richard Branson, associate with these people in high, powerful places. If you want to be like Pete, associate with people like Pete. You know, associate with the people that you want to be like. A no-brainer is product. Sorry, Pete, I had to throw that in. A no-brainer is product loyalty. That says everything. Be a product of the product. Use the products. Let people know that you're using products. We all know that we don't want to spray and pray on the internet. But when you talk to people, let them see you taking those green juices, taking those amazing amino acids. Be a product of the product. Product loyalty is important. And last but not least is action awareness. Basically, exactly what it says. Be aware of your actions. And that comes down to a quote, which I'm sure we've all heard before, which goes around in my head all the time. What you say no to defines you, and what you say yes to refines you. I'm not going to go any deeper into that, but you know that's just something you need to think about. What you say no to defines you, but what refines you is what you say yes to. So what can you class as taking a risk when you're in this business, taking a risk? So you're not going out there getting thousands of pounds, thousands of euros, thousands of dollars worth of loans from the bank. Taking a risk might be something, breaking an issue, breaking a blockage, contacting somebody. I was terrified to contact people, even people I knew really well. I was terrified to contact them in this, but a contact is just a contact. Be interested in people, connect with people. Just say, hey, Laura, how's it going? Yeah, fantastic, Andy. How are you? You know, how's the family doing? How are you doing in your job? What are you doing for your sports and recreation? Be really interested in what they're doing. And at some stage, your message is then going to come through. They're going to ask you, well, what are you doing, Andy? Well, this is what I'm doing. You got time for a presentation? Things come out naturally. Let things happen organically. Organize group cleanses and invite people along to join you on a group cleanse. They can be people who are already in your business. They can be people you don't know. Put it out there. Ask people if they want to go through 10 days, improve their health, improve their energy, rest their digestion, reset their metabolism, get rid of the bloating, etc., etc. Do a group cleanse. It's taking a risk. Nobody might do it with you, but if you don't do it, nobody definitely will do it with you. So take a little risk on things like that. Do your own version of an LSP. They're doing LSPs, which are live streaming parties over in America. You don't need to do it the same as they do it in America. Do it your own way. Do a Facebook Live, but invite people to it. Don't do a Facebook Live so everyone can watch. And then you've got a captive audience for what you want to do within your business. Take a leap and learn a proven business system that's worked for just about all of the successful network marketers in the world for over 50 years. I'm not hiding it myself, and most of you on this study the Next Level Networker. I know for me and Pete, it's changed our business. It's turned it right around. It took a while for us to get there, and I'll go into a bit of that later, but it's turned us around. The most important thing is whatever you do, whatever business system you decide to do, whatever risks you decide to take, there's one important thing. And that is once you find what works and once you find what makes your business successful, pass this on to your team and show them how to duplicate it. Duplication, duplication, duplication. If you're successful and somebody duplicates exactly what you do, they'll be successful. And then somebody else duplicates and somebody else duplicates. You imagine doing that down the line, 9 levels with 3 legs, 9 levels. All you need is 27 people tactically positioned to do what you do, and you will never need to work again. Simple as that, okay? Takes time, but it's as simple as that. I'll finish off by mentioning Susa and her team in Finland. She's basically been doing a lot of what I've been talking about. They've got a huge success. I tip my hats to them. What Susa has done with supporting her team in Finland took me and Pete at least a year to achieve what Susa has achieved in a couple of months. Really, one month, 6 weeks. So yes, they've got all that excitement over there. Me and Pete had all that excitement. You guys have experienced all that excitement. But what we didn't have was somebody to mentor us and show us how to duplicate what we've just done or have a system of how to do it. So Susa, in her first month, became a consultant. And she got a double bonus for that. In her second month, which is the first month for these next 2 people, she brought someone in as a consultant in her first month, double bonus. But she brought somebody else in and supported her, and she triple ranked. She triple ranked. Think of how much that is worth in double bonuses. This proves everything me and Pete have been saying. We need to use these promotions. They're here now to the end of June. Myself and Pete managed to talk David Litt into keeping it to the end of June. He said, yes, let's do it. I understand why you want to do it. So these promotions are amazing. Susa and her team in Finland are living proof that they work. They've done it. They've nailed it. And again, I tip my hats to them. Again, the excitement is high, but we're going to start duplicating what they've done for it. And the way that they've single, double, and triple ranked, they've done it the correct way. Nobody has placed anybody out in Finland. Nobody's been placed to put volume under somebody to get a rank. It's all been people they've brought on board. And by doing a live streaming party the way that they want to do it, by duplicating what Susa was doing, by doing group cleanses, this is how they've reached their success. So, you know, myself and Peter live in proof that taking risks pays off if you approach it correctly. It was a risk when we took this on 3 years ago, but we believed really deep down in our hearts from the very, very start that this was going to work. And we were willing to do whatever it took for as long as it takes to make it happen. And now it's happening for real. It happened before and it crashed. Now it's happening for real and it's sustaining. We have now got a pattern that we're using for success longevity. We've made lots and lots and lots of mistakes, and I'm sure we'll make mistakes in the future. Over the last 3 years, we've made a lot of mistakes. But we made sure that we learn from those mistakes, and it's something that we're making sure that the team that we're supporting, don't make the same mistakes as us. So, you know, we can speed up your time to success. And we're also making sure that we guide people in that direction, not to make those types of mistakes. We're following a pattern for success, and as well as adding other tools into the mix, different tools, those live streaming parties, things like that. We're using pattern for success and other tools to get the success we're getting. And the team is starting to grow again, and it's building in strength, but it's building in strength with something we've never had before. There's an air of confidence for success longevity. We really believe now this is it. This is where we're going. We're starting to go up and we ain't going to crash again. Still lots of work to do ahead for us and everybody in the team, but we're in a great position to go out to Rosenheim, to go out to Texas, wherever it's going to be between us. We want to take as many people to these places with us as we can, and we're going to get to the conferences. And we're hoping to break in at least one more diamond before Rosenheim so they can experience the free diamond trip that we're going to go on. We want people to experience these trips. And this is the first one. It's going to be historic. So, you know, we want you guys to come along with us. So remember, attending major events, like we'll just use Rosenheim for now, and bringing people along with you is an essential ingredient if you want success in your business. And after the last Rosenheim conference, we brought 20 people with us, and we both noticed a spurt of growth in our business. So it proves that these industry statistics are for real. So I'm going to finish with 2 questions. Who's coming to Rosenheim, and who wants to come as a diamond with me and Pete? Hands up. All I got to say, guys, is me and Pete are here for you. All you need to do is connect with us. Tell us what you need. And we'll tell you what we can give you, and just follow what me and Pete are doing, and you're going to get the success. So from there on, I've said enough. I'm now going to hand it over to you, Pete, and Pete's going to come up with some pretty good stuff.
Excellent. I couldn't agree with any more than what Andy said. Can you all hear me, by the way, because my internet keeps going in and out a little bit? Yeah, all good. Cool. Okay. So as Andy said, it's exciting times. We're moving into a really, really exciting period right now. Business is moving forward. We've had a couple of really good months, but we've also learned along the way as well. And we've gathered a lot of experience. And you can either look at it as experience as good or bad. It just depends on what you value it as. So I'm not going to kind of labor what he said, but I just couldn't agree with any more than what he did say. What I'm going to talk about is the law of attraction. And I know all of us have heard about the law of attraction and what it's all about. But the thing about the law of attraction is not many people actually understand what it is actually all about, what it actually entails, the actual law of attraction. Most people, I'm sure you'll know, or I'm sure you've seen on TV, people say, law of attraction, I just think about it and it just turns up. Or, you know, I woke up one day and there it was. It's not quite as simple as that. There are some steps to it. And in my opinion, and from what I've learned and what I've studied, there's 5 steps to it. And the 5 steps are very easy. There's the law of intention. There's the law of attention. There's the law of allowance. There's the law of action. And then there's the law of gestation. Okay, and I'm just going to go through them a little bit on each one, just so you can all understand exactly what it's all about. Because obviously with the law of attraction, with 5 different types of laws, you could go on for days and days and days and days because there's so much material in each section. But starting off with the law of intention is the one that's really the most important, or, you know, you could consider it the most important one because it really gets the laws of attraction running, right? So you need to have the law of intention. The law of intention is basically what you do, the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning, or when you have a dream, when you have a goal. The law of intention, it's setting the intention out that you want something. Now, all of my, everything I'm going to say right now, I'm going to relate it to the networking industry, because there's no point in me relating it to, say, the car sales industry or the house selling industry. I'm going to relate it to the industry that we're in, that we're working at, okay? So law of intention, I want to be, you know, the best in my company. I want to hit the highest rank in Purium. I want to have that dream house. I want to have that car. I want to have that holiday. I want to have, you know, the perfect environment that I live in. Whatever it might be, whatever that intention is, you've got to set that, because as soon as you set that intention, straight away, what you do is you plant it. You plant it out there into the world, and straight away the universe will start aligning with you. It'll start turning it around to align with that thought. Everyone knows, well, I don't know if everyone knows, but here's a little bit of information, and I'm sure most of you know already. Up until now, or up until recently, they've always thought that light was the fastest thing on earth, right? It was the fastest type of energy. It's actually not. Thought is actually the fastest type of energetic power out there. So if you think about the speed of light, when all the physics and everything was developed and was created and evolved around the whole theory of speed of light being the fastest thing out there, it's actually not. It's actually the speed of thought. So think about it when you think, how quickly that goes right around. It goes around and it gets implanted everywhere that you sit it. So when you're thinking about something, be very, very careful, and be very careful with your intentions about what you want. So in the morning, when you get up first thing in the morning, set those intentions, okay? Whatever it might be. And, you know, like I said, you might want to reach the highest rank. You might want to make €1 million or $1 million a year. If that's your intention, you got to set that out. You got to take a few minutes every morning to really, really focus on that intention and really think about it. After that is the law of attention. So the law of attention is what you do to bring about the intention. Is the highest form that the intention can reach to, okay? So for instance, if you, I'll give you an example. If you want to reach crown, say, in the Purium comp plan, and you come up to me, you come up to Andy, you come up to you know, your leader, your upline, and you say, you know what, I have an intention. I want to reach crown in the company, and that's going to be a great intention. That's going to be fantastic. But what's the attention you're putting to it? Are you looking at the comp plan? Are you getting in and looking how the company is run? Are you looking at the people that have made it to crown? Are you looking at how you can actually get the building blocks to get to there? Because you can't say that you have an intention without having attention on that intention. If you tell me that you want to be a crown, or if you tell me that you want to make $1 million a year, or if you want to tell me that you make $2 million a year, or even better still, if you tell me that you want to have a Ferrari, okay? And that's your intention, to have a Ferrari. But you never, ever go to a Ferrari car store, or you never go online and look up Ferraris, the colors of them, how much they cost, what comes with them, what wheels come with them, what kind of different specs you can get on it. What you have there is, all you have there is a wish. It's not a dream. Because at the end of the day, intention is a dream. It's a goal. It's something that you're aiming to go and get. It's something that you actually physically want to have. And if you don't have the attention to back up the intention, then you don't have a dream. You don't have a goal. You've just got a wish. That's all you've got. Because the attention is what's going to make it happen. The attention is what's going to bring it to reality. So you need to make sure that you have the attention in things like a dream board, things like, you know, it's, if you, for instance, if you want to date that perfect guy, you want to date that perfect girl, you know, you have the intentions of dating her, but if you never go to the bar where she is or he is, if you never hang out with the same people they're hanging out around with, you're never going to have the opportunity. There's no attention there to support that. So you need to really, the attention is really getting involved. It's really, you know, it's something that it's something that's called future projection. And future projection, you can either be associated with it or you can be disassociated with it. And both of them are good. If you are future projected on something that's an intention and you want to get attended with it, you want to add attention to it, you future project yourself onto that, get associated with yourself having it. Get associated with yourself actually living in the moment of having the car, of having the $1 million in the bank account, or €1 million, having the girl, having the guy, reaching that rank in the compound, whatever it might be. Get future projected. That's what it's called. And get associated or disassociated. Associated is you feeling it, seeing it, and hearing it, tasting it, smelling it. That's being associated with it. And then you can go into an even higher state, which is if you actually get disassociated from it. And that means you're looking at it from another person's point of view, which actually brings it around quicker again, which is absolutely fantastic. And this is some stuff that I've learned through the NLP schooling. It's absolutely incredible. And I've actually done it on myself, and I've tried it on other people. It's incredible when you can future project and get associated with something or get disassociated. So that's the law of intention, the law of attention, making sure that you're thinking, that what you think about, you bring about. Don't forget. So whatever you're setting your thoughts on, that's the attention of trying to accomplish the intention. Then you've got the law of allowance. And this is the one that many, many people struggle with. It's because what if I was to tell you, this is a little bit tricky, and sometimes I get it wrong. I'm going to try and lash it out here anyway. What if I was to tell you, if you were to give up something that you never had, you would achieve everything you ever wanted? Now, I'll say that again. What if I was to tell you, if you were to give up something you never had, you would achieve everything you ever wanted? Now, I can see some eyes going left, right, and center, and up and down and all over the place, trying to wrap their head around the sentence. One more time. What if I was to tell you, if you were to give up something you've never had in order to achieve everything you've ever wanted? And I'll tell you what it is. It's very simple, and I'll explain it after I say it. If you give up control, you'll get everything you ever wanted. But if you think about it as well, you were never in control. And I'm going to go a little bit deeper into that in a second. Now, you're going to get a little bit mind-boggled. So the thing is that if you want to have everything that you ever wanted, you've got to be able to sacrifice that thing that what is possibly what you most want, which is at the end of the day, most people, is control. It's power. It's the urge to know everything. And the law of allowance encapsulates all that. The law of allowance talks about how you need to let things flow in and around you. As soon as you stop controlling how you're going to hit that rank, as soon as you stop controlling how you're going to get that next person, how you're going to go, as Andy was talking about, break that next diamond, as soon as you allow the things that are supposed to happen naturally and organically around you, they start to flow towards you and around you. And this is true, I promise you. Try this out at home. Try it out over a couple of weeks. Try it out with something in work, or with a boyfriend or girlfriend, something that is maybe upsetting you or annoying you, and you're like, no, I'm not letting this down. I'm not letting this down. I'm going to fight this. I'm going to fight this. I'm going to fight this. Try and just let go of the control. Give it up, and I guarantee you'll start getting it. It's amazing how it's work. It's amazing how the mind works. But just try it. Try it on something, okay? If you were to give up something you never had in order to achieve everything you ever wanted, and the word is control. Trust me, if you give it up, it will come to you. So allowance is one of the things that people get really, really caught up on, because they forget that the world is perfect. The universe is perfect. It's always aligning with you all the time. And you'll have heard this many, many times. You'll hear this, especially with sports and athletes. I need to get out of my own way. Or you'll hear it in business. I need to just stop blocking myself. I need to get out of my own way. And that's what the law of allowance is all about. That's allowing things to flow in and around you. Get out of your own way. And as Andy was talking about, the way you can do this, it's very, very simple. The way you can get out of your own way is if you actually just concentrate on steps. For example, the next level networker. For example, the 8 steps to partner for success. If you just start letting go of thinking that you need to talk to every single Tom, Dick, and Harry, if you start letting go of I need to because this depends on and that depends, it's okay to have urgency. It's okay to have drive. But you need to allow the things that need to flow in or around you to happen first. So then it will then complement the intention and the attention to bring around the law of allowance, which will move you on to the next part, which is the law of action. And this, again, is where most people, again, trip up on, because this is what they think the law of attraction is all. They forget this part of the law of attraction. They think, I'm going to law of attract, the perfect lady into my life. I'm going to law of attract $1 million into my life. I'm going to law of attract this mansion into my house or into my life. It's not going to happen. There has to be steps. And one of them that everyone failed, well, not everyone, but a lot of people failed to do in the law of attraction is the action, is the attention, is you have to actually go out and put some sort of work in. you've got to actually, start acting as if you have what it is you want. You've got to act as if though you've already hit that rank. You've got to act as if you've already got that car. Now, I'm not talking about going out and being ignorant and being arrogant and being all big-headed and, thinking you're, the big guy or the bulldozer lady, the ball buster. It's not about that. It's more about the point of inside in your head, thinking inside in your head, living it already, seeing it now in the present, so it'll come around in the future. And don't forget, the future never comes around. It's always the present that comes around, but that's another story again. It's always, you got to project, as I was talking about earlier on, you've got to see that future projection. You've got to get all your senses. You've got to get literally, and you might laugh at this, but you've got to literally make love to that vision. You've got to literally make love to the concept and to the reality that you've already got what it is you want in your hand. It will come around in the present. For definite, it's going to come around. But you've got to literally get all your senses. As I say, you've got to get your visual, your auditory, your kinesthetic, your gustatory, and your olfactory. That's all your smells, your seeing, your senses, your hearing, your taste, your touch, everything. When you start going into that, you need to close your eyes and you need to actually feel as though you're there. And when you feel as though you're there, you multiply. What you do is you magnify it towards you. You really, really start to magnify those things towards you. That's what you want most. So taking the action, living as if you're already in that moment, living as if you already have it, and obviously then making the steps, the dream, the commitment, and so on and so forth, doing the contact, the list of contact, the presentation, the follow through, training, coaching. You need to make sure that you're going through those steps, and then that will again complement the rest of the things, complement the intention, attention, law of allowance, which is what is probably the most important for me. Once you stop blocking yourself and get out of your own way, and then you can move on to the actual action of living that, feeling as though you're already there. And then that moves on to the law of gestation. And I don't know if many of you, I'm sure everyone knows what it means, but I'll just sprout out what it is anyway. So everything around us has a gestation period. Okay, it's like a woman from the time she has a baby, from the time of conception to the time of birth, it's 9 months. From the time you put an egg in boiling water to the time it's boiled is gestation. It's always that time and period of how long it's going to take you, right? So it's nothing that it's good or bad, as William Shakespeare said, nothing that's good or bad, but thinking make it. So if you hit, so Sousa hit, consultant in a month, is that good or bad? Who's to say? Who knows? Who's to say if that's good or bad? It's how Sousa did it, right? If someone does it in a year, is that good or bad? Who knows? It's only a comparison, right? And all you can do is, once you know that you've done your best to get to those levels or to get to that point, if it takes you a year to get to diamond, if that's your dream to get to diamond, it takes you a year, is that good or bad? No. It's nothing good or bad. It has any value apart from the value that you put on it. So don't ever forget that. Nothing is neither good nor bad, only thinking make it so, and only things have the value that you put on it. A 20 euro note only has 20 euro value on it because we, the government or someone, put 20 euros on it. Same with gold, same if someone says something to you, same with a piece of food. We're the ones that put the value on it. Nothing has value until you yourself put value on it. So remember, if you're aiming for a goal or a rank, once you're putting the steps in, once you're using the law of attraction, once you're putting in the efforts, it will come to you at the speed and at the right time that you are associated to that goal and to that dream. The stronger you get involved with it, personally, mentally, and emotionally, physically and spiritually, the closer you get with it, the more connected you get with it, the faster it will come to you. So that's not good or bad. That's nothing. It's just you. That's all it is. It's just down to you. Some people it comes really quick. Some people it comes a little bit slower. And that's not good or bad. That's just how it is for some people. So you got to make sure with the law of gestation that, if it takes you a month to get to your rank, great. That's great. If it takes you 2, that's great as well. But don't kind of let yourself get annoyed and don't compare yourself. I think it was actually Casey that said it. Casey said that the foundation for all unhappiness is comparison. I'll say it again. The foundation for all unhappiness is comparison. Don't ever compare yourself to anyone. Don't ever compare yourself to your upline, your downline, your sideline, your overline, your underline, whatever line. Do not compare yourself to anyone else but you. because you should only ever be in competition with you. You can only be as good as your last best effort. I'll say it again. You can only be as good as your last best effort. If you are giving your best effort every time, you'll be amazing. You'll be fantastic. You will achieve everything that you want. You will have everything that you ever want. If you just let the things, like I said, if you set your intention, if you set that dream, that goal, that vision in your mind's eye of what it is you want, set the attention, surround yourself in photos, pictures, associate with those people that have maybe those things, or go to the places where it is, where they exist, get enthralled in it, see it, feel it, hear it, taste it, smell it, get right into the heart of it. Then once you have all that, you then, if you allow it to happen, if you just get out of your own way, just move aside, just say, okay, ego, get out of here. I was going to say something else there, but I had to stop myself. Ego, get out of here. All right, you got to move aside, and you got to let this just happen, because the universe is perfect. Like I said, the universe, the planet is perfect. Everything is happening for a reason. It's happening in and around us. We just need to move aside and not. This is important, and this is maybe going to annoy some people that have strong ethics. But you've got to not get too attached to how it comes to you and through which channels. Okay, so there's a lot of ethical people, and I'm an ethical person myself, but at the same time, you cannot get too emotionally attached with the way it comes to you and through what channels. Okay, so if you're looking for $1 million and you're looking for 2 million or 3 million euros or whatever it might be, you have got to be very, very open about how it comes to you. If you start closing down channels, you're going to make it a lot harder. What you've got to be is you've got to be comfortable with how it comes to you. If you're in the networking industry, you've got to be comfortable that it's going to come through people who might have to work very, very hard below you or beside you. It might come harder for some, it might come easier for some. Do not get emotionally attached to how it comes. Get emotionally involved with the dream of it, for sure. Do not get attached to how it comes to you. If you get attached to how it comes to you, it's not going to come. I promise you, it's not going to happen. So do not get attached. There, after you move on from the allowance and letting it flow in around you with no emotional attachment about how it comes to you, but you want to have the emotional attachment to what it is that you want, you go to the action of it. So you feel as though you're already there. You make the actions, you learn the process, you learn the steps, you learn from people who are above you or beside you or below you who seems to be doing good. Let the ego sit to the side, and you go and you learn what you need to learn to get to where you need to go. And then finally, the gestation period. Don't worry about how long it takes. It's going to take as long as you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually connect yourself to it. And if that's a month, if that's a year, if that's 2 years, so what? Doesn't make a difference. As Casey said, it took him 4 years to become a multimillionaire. Is that good or bad? Who knows? The only thing that he's going to know is that it took him 4 years. If it takes myself, 3 years to become a millionaire, is that good or bad? No, it's just what it took me. If it takes Helen Nev's there, if it takes her, a year and a half, 2 years to do it, God on her. Is that good or bad? No. The foundation for all unhappiness is comparison. Do not compare yourself to anyone else. And that's all I'm going to say. Thanks for listening, guys. Andy?
Superb, mate. Superb. That's I don't know about anybody else, but I'm going to need to rewatch that tomorrow. There's so much information. Seriously, guys, pass this on to your team. See, I believe watching Pete live there and listening to him live, you get the energy. You don't get the same energy watching and recording, but there's still a lot there. I would say to you guys, rewatch this yourself. Remember, listen and re-listen, watch and rewatch this. There is so much in what Pete said there. It's incredible. Rewatch it, make some notes on it and break it down what Pete was saying there, because this will affect your business. If you listen to what Pete was saying there about the law of attraction, it will affect your business. Will it affect it good or will it affect it bad? It depends what you do, how you listen to it. Like Pete said, who knows?
I also want to say, Andy, as well, I don't mind getting on calls with teams and talking this. Like that was just the highlights of it. That was just the tips of it. There's a lot more you can go into. Sorry, Andy, for coming across, but there's a lot more to go into. I don't mind if you want to set up team calls. I will get on and I will, talk the whole way through the whole process of, the mental game behind it all, the law of attraction, the steps into how you can bring about what you think about a lot quicker. And, there's steps, there's exercises, there's everything outside of NLM. There's lots of other stuff that you can do that, I've been fortunate enough to learn and study. So there's, don't ever be afraid to either contact myself or Andy, and, we can set up stuff that we can, bring people to the next level, get people moving quicker, getting the from the point of zero to money a lot quicker. That's what we want to do. We want to get people achieving their goals. Sorry, Andy.
That's okay, mate. That comes with one condition. You make sure I'm on the call as well, because I want to listen to it. So there we go. This is the way this team works. So this is the way this team works from, I hate saying words like this, but the top down as such. Okay, so I was the first one to bring to UK with Pete. But Pete he runs separate teams, but Pete is willing to talk to anybody and other teams about this. That's the way we work our team. We don't work it as though we're keeping this to ourselves and we'll keep that to ourselves. That's the way me and Pete work. So, if Pete offers, he means it. So if you want to use that for yourself and your teams, use it. So that was a lot of information there. It was a huge download, a very, very, very valuable download. What I'd suggest is re-listen to it, re-watch it, and make sure you send it out to your teams. I'll put it, or should I say, Kareen will probably put it on the ProBiz page, because Pete knows my technical skills and Chris knows my technical skills aren't that good.
Not bad, actually. They've improved, I gotta say.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Not bad.
Kareen is also going to put on, I don't know if you had an email through from Platinum, but this month, if you decide that you want to go to Rosenheim, with this month's order, if you order a ticket for Rosenheim, because they're asking people to order in advance for catering and things like that, you're going to get free products. Karina is going to post either tonight or tomorrow or the next day or two how that process works, how you do it. It's dead easy, but she'll put it on ProBiz so you know exactly how to do. I'd highly suggest people come out to Rosenheim and bring people with you. Me and Pete been there. Pete's been there a couple of times. I was there 2 years ago. It's a wonderful place. It's a fantastic place. It's a great atmosphere out there. And it is the biggest Purium it's the only Purium conference in Europe, but it's a great conference. So I'm going to finish there. Has anybody got any questions, especially for Pete? Any questions at all? Everyone's blown away. The brains are melted.
Can I ask you something, please?
Go ahead, Aileen.
I get the law of attraction. I've studied it for a couple of years, and I listen to motivational speakers. I do the visualization. I do the board. I do a gratitude journal. I get it all, but the part that I struggle with is the projection into the future, because I live very much in the here and now. I don't project into the future. I try not to look into my past. I use it as a learning tool. But for me, I find my mental block is I practice daily living in the here and now and handing it over. I don't have control. For me, control is an illusion. Nobody has control. My control, as you know, I've said to you, Andy, is the big guy above. But my mental block, I think, for me, is that projecting into the future. For me, Pete, yeah.
Okay,
I think
so just so I'm hearing you, are you asking me what to do about that, or? I'm
saying, I know that you were saying a lot about projecting into the future, with the dream. I get that, and the intention, the attention, but I find that I struggle personally with setting things into the future, because I very much hand over on a daily basis. What will be. So I find it quite difficult to project something that's not happened yet. But I know where you're coming from. I totally get and understand. But for me, that mental block is the projecting into the future. So what can I do? Yeah, that's the question. What can I do?
It can be a quite long-winded question. But we can definitely have a conversation offline. But most people, from my experience, now this is just my version of it. Okay, my version of it from talking what I've done. Most people have actually fear from the future because they're afraid their past is going to repeat itself on them. And most people that kind of block it off from their past, they think that and I do this lightheartedly, they think that their experiences from the past were bad. But like I said, they're only a bad experience if you put a value of a bad experience on top of it. It's how you then can associate yourself around that experience. So I would be willing to do, and we can have a chat offline, and I can show you actually how you can change your experience from the past to actually bring it around to be an actual good outcome. I'll give you something here that's going to, again, it's going to probably, upset a few people or whatever. Is my connection bad? I think my connection's gone bad. Is it? No, can you hear me?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear? Okay. I'm going to probably upset a few people. It's no matter what has happened in your past. Okay. Now, and I don't know if we have woo-woo people or spiritual people on the call here, but this isn't spiritual woo-woo, but some people might. No matter what it is that happened in your past, I promise you, and I can prove it to every single one of you in a private conversation, one-on-one, you can change your past experiences. I promise you 110%, no matter what it is, you can change your past experiences. And if you can change your past experiences, like I said, most people, they have fear of their future because they have a fear of their past repeating itself again. I can show you very, very simply how you can change your past experiences to allow you then to be able to see that projection of you in the future, of you getting associated with in the one host. I don't know if any of you heard that because my screen's frozen.
just the last couple of seconds. No? That was us. The last couple of seconds we didn't catch, but I think we caught everything we needed.
I think I've got what you mean. Yeah.
I don't know what part of it I don't know what part of it, but I'll quickly say it again because I think the connection is good. No matter what your past experience,
your connection's bad, Pete. Connection's bad, mate.
You can change it. You can change it in 5 minutes. That's all. I give up. I'm done. You can message me.
Brilliant. Right. I think what to do is take Pete up on his offer. Let Pete have as opposed to one-on-ones. Let Pete have a chat with your team and ask him to explain these things because he's the man to ask. And like I said, this will affect your business. How will it affect it? Use it, and we'll find out. We'll see what happens. So, listen, guys, time's got on that one. I knew this was going to go on because it was going to be a good one. So, this will go up on the ProBiz Facebook page. And again, I just want to thank you guys for turning up tonight or today, wherever you are in the world. I know there's people in Florida and that, and people in Mexico on holiday and all that sort of stuff. Really want to thank you guys for coming on tonight. It's because of you guys that we're doing what we're doing. I don't mean being successful or anything like that. It's because of you guys. And I mean that. It's because of you guys we're developing. Absolutely. It's the reason we're developing. So thanks for coming on a call and thanks for being part of the dream, certainly, that I've got. So I appreciate you all, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Annie.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you.